Timeboxing might seem like the perfect solution to your chaotic schedule, but it can quickly become a trap. Are you feeling overwhelmed by your meticulously planned hours? That creeping anxiety is a warning sign that your productivity tool is stifling your personal growth. Picture this: you wake up ready to conquer your to-do list, but as you block out your day, dread starts to replace motivation. By you to out of you cut you go your or so back to hustle selves this to also. The structure you thought would bring clarity is now suffocating your creativity. When was the last time you followed an impulse that sparked something amazing? The more rigid your schedule, the more you risk missing those moments of inspiration. Consider this scenario: you've dedicated an hour to brainstorm your next big project, but instead of letting ideas flow, you're fixated on the clock. The pressure mounts, frustration sets in, and you start doubting your abilities. Ironically, the very tool meant to enhance your productivity is now the source of your stress. But what if you could transform timeboxing into a flexible framework that nurtures rather than confines? Imagine allowing space for exploration and reflection instead of cramming tasks into tight slots. This is where the magic happens. By giving yourself breathing room, creativity can flourish, leading to fresh ideas and renewed energy. As you reflect on your habits, ask yourself, are you caught in a timeboxing trap? It's time to introduce flexibility into your routine. Embrace the messiness of creativity, and remember, growth often lies just beyond the rigid boundaries we set for ourselves. Have you ever felt that timeboxing is supposed to give you control, yet you end your day feeling even more overwhelmed? You're definitely not alone. Many view timeboxing as the ultimate productivity tool, but what if I told you it might come with hidden downsides? You could be unknowingly setting yourself up for stress and disappointment. Imagine waking up to your meticulously planned agenda, convinced that every hour must be accounted for. As the day unfolds, each task feels heavier, and the ticking clock becomes a constant reminder of everything left unfinished. Instead of feeling accomplished, you start to feel trapped, rushing from one task to another, checking off boxes but losing sight of what truly matters. Sound familiar? Here's the twist: many don't realize that timeboxing can create a false sense of urgency. You're not just racing against time, you are racing against yourself. Each missed deadline chips away at your motivation. Picture yourself in a meeting, your mind racing as you glance at the clock. The pressure builds, and just as you are about to share your thoughts, you freeze. That strict structure has stifled your creativity, and instead of showcasing your best ideas, you are just trying to keep up. The stakes are higher than you might think. This isn't just about losing a few minutes, it can have long-term effects on your mindset. Over time, that rigidity can lead to burnout, turning your passion into an obligation. So, what can you do about it? What if you eased those time constraints a bit? Allow yourself to breathe. Instead of forcing your creativity into a box, give it some room to grow. Breaking free from strict schedules can feel daunting, but this is where the magic happens. Imagine diving into a project without a stopwatch looming over you. Ideas flow, creativity thrives, and suddenly you feel excited again. That's the shift you didn't even know you needed. As we wrap up, consider this: your time is valuable, but so is your growth. The next time you sit down to plan, ask yourself, am I nurturing my potential or just checking off boxes? Remember, it's not about the hours you put in, it's about the value you create. If you felt that tension, take a moment to reflect. What's one small change you can make today? Have you ever felt trapped by your own schedule? Many of us view time boxing as the ultimate productivity hack, but this strict method could actually hinder your personal growth. Imagine starting your day with a meticulously planned agenda, assigning every minute to specific tasks. You believe that having a structure means you're making progress. Yet, as the hours tick by, you find yourself racing against the clock. The pressure builds, and suddenly, you are not just working, you are merely surviving. So, what's really happening? The hidden dangers of time boxing lurk beneath the surface. It's not just about managing your time, it can lead to burnout and stifle your creativity. You might be pushing through tasks, but at what cost? Think back to a time when you forced yourself to stick to a strict schedule. Do you remember the dread that set in when you did meet your own expectations? It's like preparing a beautiful feast but being too stressed to enjoy it, causing you to miss out on the joy of the process. The hidden risks lie within that appealing structure. When you box your time, you risk boxing your mind. Creativity thrives on space and flexibility, while a rigid schedule can stifle innovative thinking. Does that seem counterintuitive? Picture yourself working on a project meant to inspire you. You set aside an hour to brainstorm, but instead, your mind feels trapped. Those brilliant ideas, they were buried under the pressure of the ticking clock. You're not just losing time, you're losing potential. As the tension builds, the more you cling to your schedule, the less free you feel. You might even start avoiding tasks altogether, becoming a prisoner of efficiency instead of a creator of value. Can you see how this cycle can be dangerous? Before we dive into solutions, let's reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever missed out on spontaneous opportunities because they clashed with your rigid plan? Perhaps you turned down a chance to connect with a friend or explore a new idea. What if that moment could have changed everything for you? So, how do you break free? It starts with embracing a more flexible approach. Instead of boxing your time, think of it as a canvas. Allow yourself to adjust and prioritize what truly matters. Give yourself the space to breathe. Consider setting aside blocks of time for unscheduled creativity. This isn't about being lazy, it's about opening the door to innovation. Let your mind wander, you might be surprised by what you discover. In the end, the message is clear. While time boxing can provide a structure, don't let it control your life. Be aware of its hidden risks and challenge the notion that rigid scheduling equals success. Your growth deserves more than just a check mark on a list. As you head into your next week, ask yourself, are